6 hours kip still to go?
Yeah, he won't cause you any trouble. I'll need boogie mount before I get back on, won't you?
Sarge. Oh, Barry. That's no good. You won't get on that way. It's empty.
They never learn, do they?
Someone left that in main reception. Sergeant Peters reckoned he was that drunk and incapable they nicked before lunch. Said to bring it over.
All right, yeah. Our friend Sean Tovey. Where do they get the money from?
Must have blown his gyro. Cheers, Barry.
Only we'll have it full next time, eh?
Right, for those of you who just joined the operation, here's the story so far. Karen Lowe didn't go home last night. She's 17, does a part-time shift at the King's Head on Commercial Street. Midnight last night, her parents called the station. Now, she may have done a runner. Young girls do. But all the routine checks have come up negative and things don't look too good. CID are now saying we're right to be concerned and they want to start house-to-house inquiries. Frank.
As it happens, some pervert's been doing a number in the area where Karen works. Some of you may be familiar with Commercial Street and its environs. We had an attempted rape there last summer. Recently, we've had a couple of assaults. Now, it's only a short walk from the pub to the bus stop where Karen should have caught her bus. Thanks for coming.
Oh, sorry, Gov. I was just,
Not now, Stringer. We haven't got the time.
100 yards, maybe less. She's done it loads of times in the past when her dad couldn't pick her up. No problem. Until last night, when she walks through the door and hasn't been seen since. However, we now have a witness, a Mr. Martin Summers, who reckoned he saw Karen after she left the pub. She was having a ruck with some geezer, who then tried to drag her into his car. Unfortunately, Mr. Summers couldn't stop.
Yeah, well, he's agitating to go now, Gov. He's off on his holes tonight.
Viv come back with that new photo?
No.
Then hard cheddar. Tosh, tell Mr. Summers that if he doesn't cooperate, he could be done for conspiracy to abduct.
Right, Gov.
Ted, anything new from the pub?
Yeah, one thing. It seems that a while back there was this guy who tried it on with one of the barmaids, you know, followed her home, scared her. Well, they gave him the heave-ho from the pub, but the landlord reckons that he still hangs around. A guy by the name of Sean Tovey. She wasn't at work today, but I've got her address.
Gov,
What now?
I know where he is.
Who?
Sean Tovey.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, well, he's here. He's in the cells.
That's when we went to the safari park. It was on her birthday, October the 2nd.
I still don't count as recent.
This one do?
Yeah. That's fine, thanks.
Oh, but that's not her. Well, I know I may be a bit biased, but it was in one of those booth things, Wednesday, wasn't it? After she'd had a haircut.
That's why we want it.
She walked in and I hardly recognised her. I told her, I said, it makes you look... Oh, God. Someone make her walk in now. Please, someone make her walk in now.
You mustn't worry too much.
That's what I keep trying to tell her.
We've got this witness now. He thinks he saw Karen outside the pub talking to someone.
I never wanted her to work there. I should have stopped her.
You mustn't blame yourself.
Only Graham had other ideas, didn't you?
I just thought you were being a bit soft on her, that's all.
Couldn't cope with her hanging around the house, could you?
Fran, I just...
Now look what's happened.
It's all down to me then, is it, Fran?
No, I didn't.
Maybe you're right.
Graham,
You usually are.
You're sure Karen wasn't running away from anything, Mrs. Lowe? Some sort of boyfriend trouble?
I never had a moment's worry. Oh, she had her moods, of course. Graham doesn't understand. Well, you don't, do you, if you haven't any of your own? It's a second marriage.
I knew it was too good to be true. How rat-arsed is he, just for the record?
I'd say he was roughly 6 times over the legal driving limit, and then some.
Yeah, well, I'm not asking him to drive,
You
am
know
I?
what it says in the little blue book?
Oh, yeah, drunks may not be interviewed until you can see the whites of their eyes.
It also helps if they can string 2 words together.
The punter's never had it so good.
It works both ways. Means we cover our own backs, too.
Yeah, well, I've never gone in for that much.
Not what I heard, sir.
Gov, Liv's back. Footer looks good.
Great. Right, let's see what our reluctant witness has to say about this. Why couldn't they have given us this one in the first place?
Dunno. Viv says there's a lot of tension there.
Yeah? I can feel mine building up already.
Hey!
Next time, pal, try using more choke. Get off! Right, dumped it in the back, did ya? Let's hope it's neatly stacked, eh?
Now you see it, now you don't. You're now certain, Mr. Summers, that this is Karen?
Oh, yeah, definitely. It was the haircut that put me off.
How well do you know Karen?
Karen? Oh, not at all. Well, I can't have spoken more than a couple of words, all told. You know.
And the last time you saw her, she was having a stand-up fight with someone who was trying to drag her into his car?
Yeah.
Would you describe the man again, please, Mr. Summers?
Slim build, brownish hair, scruffy clothes, you know, jeans, leather jacket. Well, like I told the officer, I couldn't really say his age. I mean, 30-ish.
That'll do nicely. Continue with the statement, will you, Tosh?
Yes, Gov. Look, sorry, I thought we'd done it.
Oh, I'm afraid not.
We've got a flight booked for 8:30.
Oh, yeah? Anywhere nice?
Canaries.
Risky business. Holidays.
Look, Tina, ring the station if you're not happy. Check me out. You've seen my ID. Yes. I just want to ask you a few questions about Karen, that's all. Karen Lowe? You remember her, do you?
Is an aristocrat among Spanish resorts.
All right,
And
come
this
on.
is where it all started. The Marbella Club set the social style when it was built back in the 50s.
So, what was the problem?
Just practicing.
What?
The real thing. Anyhow, I don't like people making free with my address.
Oh, your boss was just trying to help us with our investigation.
My boss.
Seemed like a pretty nice guy.
Joke.
But he's right, is he? About the bloke who tried to assault you a month or so ago? He got the name correct, did he? Sean Tovey?
Why bring that up?
But it's true, is it? According to your landlord at the King's Head, you seemed to be pretty badly frightened at the time.
What does he know?
You know Karen never came home last night, don't you?
Yeah, I heard.
Any ideas what might have happened?
Who knows? Maybe she's holed up with her old English teacher or something. I was always saying she ought to take off.
Were you?
Yeah. Well, how could she stand living at home? People watching you all the time. I'd suffocate.
Well, she's left home all right now, hasn't she?
She shouldn't have got a job there. She couldn't handle the punters.
You didn't think much of Karen, did you, Tina?
Yes, she was okay.
It's just the impression I got.
She just got on my nerves, that's all. I mean, she didn't have a clue. Not a clue. Like she was wrapped up in cotton wool all her life. And Mum always fussing, going on.
Made you a little jealous, did it?
Joke. I told you. I couldn't have stood it.
Oi, Tovey! You still alive? You want to get a dimmer switch in here? Make it a bit more cosy. The thing is, we don't want him pegging out on us. Especially now his face fits.
Does it?
Look, when I spoke to you earlier, there was some doubt. But now a witness has given us a description that fits Tovey like a glove.
Fits about 100 others too, does it, sir?
Well, maybe he's got a cast-iron alibi. Only take a couple of minutes to find out.
I can't go outside what's laid down in Annex C.
Well, that's your problem.
It's not a problem.
What, even when someone's life's at serious risk?
I didn't write the codes.
Thank God.
Look, there's stuff in there that gets up my nose just as much as it gets up yours.
I rather doubt
But if
that.
it's in there, we're stuck with it. End of story.
Not when it stops me doing my job.
Look, if you don't like what the book says, sir, start agitating with the powers that be. Don't bend my ear.
Oh, I'm glad you stuck the sir in, because for a moment there I thought you'd forgotten the difference in rank.
Oh, no. I'm clear on that score.
Good.
But like you said, I'm the one that calls the shots in here, so with all due respect, it doesn't matter a toss if you're the area commander.
You got a real calling, haven't you, Sergeant? Champion of the weak and needy. Pity Karen Lowe doesn't get a look in. Still, I suppose someone's got to lose out.
If you want Tovey, you find a way.
Yeah.
Who's this?
Stephen Hicks, Sarge. Caught him jumping over a wall with half the contents of some woman's shed.
Yeah, she's missing a power drill and a couple of fishing rods.
Where have I gone? Down my trousers?
How old are you, Hicks?
15.
Doesn't show.
Go and sit over there by that wall and don't move.
Well, go on then.
So was he clean when you arrested him?
Yeah, we had a quick butcher's in the lane. Amazing, really. It just vanished into thin air. Is it all right if we have a quick word with him, Sarge?
No.
If we just speak
He's
to
a
him...
juvenile, right? You bring him in here, you read him his rights, you show him a copy of Pace, you contact his parents or the relevant adult. Other than that, you keep your mouth shut. Now do me a favour, will you? As soon as he's been processed, get back out there and find the stuff.
All right, fine, Sarge. We'll go and get a warrant.
Garfield. In circumstances where items are discarded along the route in the course of a getaway, no warrant is necessary in order to search the gardens along the way. All right?
Yes, Sarge.
Yes, coming. Hello, Frank. Traffic's appalling.
I'd like to request your authority for an urgent interview, sir.
For what reason?
It says any officer of the rank of superintendent or above. Annex C, sir.
Reading the small print now, are we, Frank? We have an instance where an application under Annex C, Section A applies. A person heavily under the influence of drink may be interviewed if a delay would involve an immediate risk of harm to persons. Now, what's your view?
Fine. As far as I'm concerned, Annex C is there to be used, but only, as the book says, in exceptional cases. Otherwise, when we get to court, we're up the creek without a paddle, aren't we? When you've got improper interview conditions, then you've got unreliable evidence, and we all know the dangers of that.
Are you trying to tell me, Sergeant, that this is not an exceptional case?
I didn't say that.
We've already fingered Tovey for an assault on a barmaid.
That's news to me.
Sergeant Roach is coming back to me on that, sir. However, we do have a firm sighting of a man fitting Tovey's description arguing with Karen outside the pub.
That hardly qualifies as a firm identification, sir.
Well, it would, wouldn't it? If I could stick him on a group ID before our star witness flies off to Las Palmas.
Annex C doesn't allow for an identification parade, I'm afraid, Frank. Derek?
Yes, well, while I think Sergeant Maitland is making a valid point about the need for caution, I think it's become urgent that we interview Tovey, if only to eliminate him from inquiries. But don't forget, the code says that once you have the relevant information, the questioning has to stop, Frank.
Just give me 10 minutes, sir.
All right, Frank, I'll authorise an urgent interview.
Thank you very much, sir.
If you'd like to bring the custody record to me, Sergeant, I'll sign it to that effect.
Maitland still makes you feel like you'd be better off using flashcards.
Yeah, but you know what he's like. He's swallowed the rule book. Push a button, he's spewing it out chapter and verse.
Yeah.
We've been to Pethwelly. Well, if you can say it, you're winning. It's funny. We've always had our worst bust-ups on holiday.
Look, I've told you all I know. We're just wasting time.
It's called doing your civic duty, Mr. Summers. It might have helped if you'd have remembered that last night.
Interview with Sean Andrew Tovey. Interview commences. Present in the room, D.I. Burnside and D.S. Gregg. I'm sorry to interrupt your kip, Mr. Tovey. Look, will you sit up, please? Come on, sit up. Now, have a drink of water. Go on, drink it. There you are. Now, you know you're under caution. Something rather important has come up. And I have been authorised to ask you certain questions relating to the disappearance of a girl called Karen Lowe.
Sorry.
We believe that she was abducted from outside a public house called the King's Head in Commercial Street late last night. Karen is 17.
Shouldn't be drinking.
She worked as a part-time barmaid there. You know one of the barmaids at the King's Head, don't you, Mr. Tovey? The landlord tells me you assaulted her several months back.
Doesn't like me.
Who doesn't?
Landlord.
Can we get back to your movements last night? When do you reckon you started drinking?
When I was about 10. Don't know, 7 might have been.
And how were you feeling? Can you remember that?
Fed up.
Fancied a bit of company, did you? It's all right. We all do. Don't we, Alistair? We all fancy a bit of company, come the night.
No.
Now, look, there's no need to be embarrassed, Sean. We're all men here. Did you think you were going to see that barmaid again? Was that why you
Leave
went
me
back
alone.
there? Come on, pal. Come on. I don't want you flaking out on me again. Come on, sit up. All right? Right. Let's start again.
All clear in there?
Yeah.
Barry!
Sir, do you have a word?
Interview suspended. The Burnside leaves the room.
Don't tell me. Time's up.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, look, 10 minutes might have been a little bit over-optimistic.
They've found Karen Lowe.
What?
So Annex C no longer applies.
I tried to phone you.
I had a walk to You found her?
Yes.
And?
She's got serious head injuries, but she's still alive.
Thank God.
How serious?
We don't know yet. They're examining her now.
I've got to see her. I won't believe she's all right till I've seen her.
She's not all right, Fran. The officer just told you.
But she will be.
I don't know.
Just take me there.
Look. I can't. I've got to sort something out. Could you take her?
Yeah, sure.
Why?
Look, I'll be there, okay?
No, it's not actually. It's not okay, I mean. I don't believe this. What could be more important? What? You don't give a toss about her, do you?
Yeah, I do.
She gets under your feet, doesn't she? That's been the problem, somebody else's kid.
She's not a kid, Fran. She's 17. You couldn't see that, could you? You didn't want to see that, did you? That's why...
That's why what?
Nothing. Look, I tried.
Oh, yeah, I saw you trying. You better go now, hadn't you? Don't keep someone waiting, not for our sake. It's okay. Don't worry. You can't hurt us now.
He's not human, is he?
Says one to no one. You have been pushing him, Gov.
Did you hear what he said? The girl has been found. Annex C's a dead duck. No mention of whether she's alive. You got anything from the hospital?
Yeah. Viv says they think she'll probably make it, but she won't be talking to us for a very long time.
And I'll guarantee Toby put her there. But what have we got on him? Not a lot. Even that barmaid's saying now he never interfered with her. He was just being a bit friendly.
Well, she's probably frightened.
Well, she's entitled to be. Toby's going to be back on the street soon.
What about Summers, Gov?
Good job she had a haircut, wasn't it? I mean, it saved them a lot of time. You'll find the one who did this to her, won't you? Lock him up for good.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Summers.
As long as it was appreciated, I don't think it was, to be honest.
Have a pleasant holiday.
We'd better get there, that's all. Oi,
What?
that's him.
You're now saying you met your daughter, correction, your stepdaughter, from work last night.
I tried to, yes.
You tried to.
Well, we hadn't arranged it. I just thought I'd surprise her. Only I screwed up, didn't I? As usual. Said she didn't need meeting. This friend of hers, this Tina, she's the one who put the idea into her, I reckon. And she said she was leaving home. Could I be the one to tell Fran? She needed to be a scene. I couldn't believe it. It'll kill her, I thought. Kill Fran. I tried to reason with her. She wouldn't listen. I lost my temper and grabbed her arm. She pushed me off. Said she'd find her own way home tomorrow. Or the next day, maybe. I should have gone after her, shouldn't I? Made her come back. I just stood there thinking, she'll calm down in a minute. She'll be okay. She gets the last bus home.
And when she didn't come back, you thought she'd done a runner?
Yeah. Well, I made myself think that, didn't I? Still, I couldn't tell Fran. I felt like my head was splitting open. Then when your officer came and told us how she'd been found, how she'd been hurt, well, I couldn't go to the hospital and see her, could I? Not until I told you it was down to me she took off in the first place.
You should have come to us at the outset, Mr. Lowe.
You think I don't know that?
You've wasted a lot of valuable time.
Come on, Toby, out. I said out. I've just about had a belly full of you today. Just get the hell out. Come on.
I came here to tell you something. Yesterday, was it? Or when? I had to have a drink, though, first. Then a couple more. And then, like, I forgot what I was going to tell you. That bloke going on at me. Pumped me off. I forgot what I'd come here for. Only I've remembered now. Thing is, you found her, didn't you? I knew you would. It's what I wanted. She was in a right state when I met her. You wouldn't believe, crying, worked up. I calmed her down. She liked me. I took her home. Only then she started shouting. Don't know why. Maybe she didn't like it. It was home from home, I said. She ran out. She must have caught her foot on the top. The carpet was wrecked on those stairs. I thought she was dead when I went down. But she moved. I sat with her, trying to help her, but she didn't get better. I knew I'd have to come and tell you. Only first, I had to have a drink. She had some money on her. I figured like she wouldn't mind.
Sean Andrew Tovey, I'm arresting you for the abduction of Karen Mary Lowe. You do not have to say anything unless you wish to do so, but anything you do soon may be given in evidence. You have the right to consult with a solicitor, the right to make one phone call.
Yeah. Who to?
I could go home now and do my liver some serious damage.
You've still got my book, sir.
Oh, yeah. Right. Don't suppose I'll be needing it again.